Hello YouTube, this is Neo Pashath once again, and this time I'm here with a Hero Factory review. These just came in last week. I didn't have money at the time because I spent it all at Brick World, which was great. So here I have an in-depth review of Hero Factory. Now, the first thing you can see is, of course, it doesn't say Bionicle. It says Hero Factory now, with Lego down there. However, it does say from the makers of Bionicle right here. So for all the Bionicle fans that are holding it, so for everybody who's been wondering, who doesn't know what happened to Bionicle, they all know that these are the same makers. The story is not related. So here you have the actual size comparison. Here you can see Furno right here with Rotor, which looks really cool, aka Pahatu Fantoka on steroids. Here you can see on the side these bars right here. These aren't actually health bars. I think they're just for design. And an interesting thing I saw was it actually shows here that you can put his weapons, both his weapons, on his shoulders. Something I didn't know. It's not advertised anywhere else as far as I know. And here's his signature right here. Ages 6 through 16, which is pretty high for a small set like this. Here the canister, the bottom half of the canister is actually the exact same as the stars, but the top one you actually see an H on there, the Hero Factory logo, and these things for design. The canister has no function at all, unlike the first year of Bionicle, where you actually had functions in the canister. Which is a little downside, so I'm gonna have to take a point off. So now we're gonna open this up and see what you get for your money. The first villain I'm gonna review is of Meltdown, my favorite one of all the Hero Factory sets. He's just my favorite one. Okay, so here we have the instruction booklet. William Blaze here. I really don't like the first names. It would have been better off if they just stuck with the last name. Here you have Win, something completely unrelated. It's just a survey. You can just look through all here. In the back they have the advertisements for all the characters and the villains, which are not yet released as of now. Once again, Meltdown, my favorite. Instructions, advertisements, HeroFactory.com, and actually you have a map of the city. You actually see it's not exactly a peninsula. It's not exactly an island either, but we'll just call it an island. An island, and it's connected to a mainland. So, unlike Bionicle, it's not an island by itself. It's still not clear if humans are involved in the stories. You have seen them in the commercials, but we still haven't gotten anything about the storyline yet. So here you have the instructions, and here it is. Here are all the pieces that you have when you first open it. Here obviously you have the power core. It uses the same kind of stud that you can put on the minifigure, so a minifig hand can actually hold this. So here you have the armor. People have already commented that Rookie Team has a different armor than Alpha Team, which is kind of cool. I thought they were all going to be clones, except for the hands, but it was actually pretty cool. Here you have Mata Red hands, which you only see in Tahu. And here you have the two swords right here, which you can actually place on his shoulders. An interesting thing about these is that they are actually the old silver. The old silver, it's not the pearl silver that you see on the newer sets. These are actually the old silver that they used on the old sets, on the Bionicle set. So it's kind of cool that they brought that back. Here you have the only non-new pieces are, of course, the Glatoran head, the fist, the hip joint, and the hip joint. These are really cool. I'm trying to figure out a way how to get multiple of these, so I could just... These would make great feathers for any mock, so it's got great mocking pieces. Here you have... Here you have his arm in Keytorange. It's actually not at a right 90-degree angle. It's actually stretched out. It's more like 170, 165-degree angle. There's only two connections. There's only two connection spots, or two connection ports here here, here, and 2 here, which is actually good that they kept these here. The Avmatorn, when they first came out, they didn't have anything. You could only connect them from the side. Here you have the somewhat hunched over, but it's like that because of the armor. Kind of looks like a smaller version of the Ben 10 alien single piece. Once again, you have the leg armor. It actually kind of looks like the leg armor that a car has, so it's kind of cool. It doesn't fit on any of the it's not compatible with any legs on Bionicles. I already tried it on all of them, so you're gonna have to make some different connections. One thing I don't like actually is that there's only one connection. It's kind of like the armor that Tahoe Stars had. You can only connect it from here, which is really a downside. These could have been used for a lot of other things, shoulder armors, whatever. So here you have the feet right here. The feet, they're actually hollow. It's not like the other feet where they actually fill it in with the plastic. It's actually hollow, so they're using a lot less plastic. And actually, you can see there's these rocket thruster things, so I guess that means they can fly. I don't know. We still haven't seen the storyline yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they could fly. These look like they could fly. I think we actually saw them fly in the commercials. And you got 2 attachments here, 2 circle pin attachments and a plus attachment here, and the hip joints. Actually, the hip joints are also new. They're actually a new mold, but they're very different. Here's a lime green piece. This is from the 2008 Liwa Fantoka. Actually, if you see the connections right here, this one's completely one circle. This one actually continues the hole here. I don't know if they what that was for. I think it's just to make the hip joints even stronger, because when these were first released, some of them, they were stronger at first, but then they broke easier. There's always been problems with the new hip joints breaking. The Mata Blue hip joints, the Glatoran actually had a lot of hip joints that were broken. So and here you have the hero core right here. I already mentioned that. And the helmet right here, actually. If you look closely, it's actually not entirely 100% symmetrical. There's actually this little microphone piece here, kind of like from Kopaka Nuva. You actually see, so it's not 100% symmetrical. You can connect it here, same as the you got the same Iron Man head that you have here. And now we're gonna see if it's actually actual size from the canister. And here we have William Furno here complete. Let me just put it the power core, and that did nothing. But still, here we have in this cool double blade sword. Actually, the swords, one side is hollow, the other side isn't, so that's pretty interesting. And actually, the leg armor does hinder the articulation. Here you can move it forward, back, side to side, but with the leg armor you can only move it back. You can't even move it forward, so that's really not that great. I didn't even have to look at the instructions to build this. I didn't even realize that I built this without the instructions until 5 minutes after I built it. The hero core really does look pretty cool. I'm glad that it's removable. But all in all, it's just a standard small size set. It's bigger than the stars. It's bigger than the Agori. It's pretty cool. I guess just, but yeah, for a small size set, I would give this an 8 out of 10. The only problem is that leg armor hinders the articulation. That's the only problem that I've had so far. The elbow and the knee articulation I really don't count since it's a small set. I will end up taking off points off for Von Nebula and some other of the villains. They do not have elbows, and some of them don't even have knees. This has been Neo Parshoth, and this is a Hero Factory review. Goodbye.